During this month's 28th session of the Human Rights Council at the UN in Geneva, the permanent mission of the Russian Federation, the Institute of Democracy and Cooperation and the Imperial Orthodox Palestine Society organized this conference to discuss the protection of Christians in the Middle East. Moderator John Loveland recalled the recent execution of 21 Christians and pointed out that the assassins did not say that their victims had done anything wrong. Instead, they were killed exclusively for their faith.
In spite of this, the communiques which were issued by the Élysée Palace and the White House, which of course condemned the attack, referred to the victims only as Egyptian citizens and not as Christians. This is in stark contrast to the vehement reactions of these same governments when Jews or Muslims are attacked. The failure of Paris and Washington to emphasize the anti-Christian nature of the attack in Libya suggests that some governments are reluctant to admit that 100 years after massacres wiped out the Armenians in Anatolia, Christians are again victims of religious cleansing in the very territories where Christianity first came into existence.
Of crucial importance is that together we apply effectively the mechanisms created by the Security Council and to block any channels of support to terrorist groups, including the Islamic State, Jabhat al-Nusra and others similar to them. No less urgent is the task to prevent jihadists from manipulating the minds and souls of our young people and to recruit them into their ranks. We support the initiatives of Christian and Muslim leaders in the region against attempts of any extremists that misrepresent and pervert the high moral principles of the great world religions.
The scale of this disaster, which has been passed over in silence by most mass media, is to be evaluated as yet. For almost 2,000 years, Christians have been living in the biblical lands of the Middle East. This region is the cradle of Christianity. Today, Christians in the Middle East are facing unprecedented persecutions by extremist groups.
All participants of the conference agreed that their meeting is an important step to mobilize the world community to protect the rights of believers and religious values. Calling it a war of religions today is a bit absurd. I never saw before such consensus between religious leaders and between religious groups. There is a widespread religious blossom, but states seem to be fighting against this phenomenon.
Maybe in the future we will regret that we have not done enough to protect these people, that another genocide is going on silently and the world is kind of indifferent to it.